Hey everybody, Dr. Bradford here, Nature Works Best in Tempe, Arizona. I ran a poll earlier this morning on my Gab here asking if anybody had heard of something called the Flexner Report. Looking right now at my screen, it looks like 93% of people said no. So this is not going to be a polished video. I just want to get this out there because I think it's important, and I might do something longer later. But the Flexner Report, this was something that was funded by the Carnegie Foundation in the early 1900s. It was released, I believe, in 1910. And it had the effect of basically decimating a lot of different options when it came to medical school training in the United States. It effectively shut down natural medicine training in the United States, homeopathic medical schools, botanical medicine schools. This was a guy by the name of Abraham Flexner. He was an educator. He had no medical background. He was funded by the Carnegie Foundation to go out and evaluate all of the medical schools in the country and basically assign them a letter grade using Johns Hopkins University as the model. And this had tons of funding from the Rockefeller Foundation and all of these big money robber barons of the 1800s and 1900s. And the effect of it, we're still feeling it today. It really kind of flipped everything into this allopathic model of medicine, drugs, surgery, pharmaceuticals, and really just wiped out natural medicine. And I keep this book on my bookshelf. I read this when I was in my undergrad. It's called The Great Influenza by John Barry. So it talks about the flu epidemic of 1918, and it also gets into the rise of the American Medical Association and everything that came along with that. And I have a page marked here, and I share it with my patients because I think it's pretty fascinating and pretty damning, actually, for this whole Rockefeller medicine allopathic model. Rockefeller dumped a ton of funding into these schools that passed muster with the Flexner Report. And there's a line here that says, talking about the money being donated to these schools, the largest single donor remained the Rockefeller Foundation. John D. Rockefeller himself continued to see a homeopathic physician. So I don't know how you feel about that, but you know, if it's good for him, why isn't it good for the masses? And why did we have to really just kind of knock out natural medicine as an option for doctors wanting to seek training and become licensed physicians? Yeah, so something to think about on your weekend here. And I may get into it in more detail later, but I thought everybody should know a thing or two about the Flexner Report. Thanks.